Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, there's a quote that Martin Luther King once gave in September of 1960 at the Golden Anniversary Conference. He said that it is a trite yet true observation that if America is to remain a first-class country, it cannot have a second-class citizen. Mr. Speaker, this is true for Kenya as well. That if Kenya is to remain a first-class country, it cannot have a second-class citizen. Mr. Speaker, if you saw how, when these doctors from Cuba were being received in Kenya, governors were falling over themselves, trying to welcome them, give them, I think, houses with swimming pools, you know, going beyond the extra mile to make them comfortable, as if they are more special than the Kenyan doctors who left, Mr. Speaker. Yet, in the same breath, the Kenyans who went there are living in conditions that are not befitting to people who we have trained, and least of all, of the medical profession, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it cannot be that as a country, we value foreigners more than we value our own people. Because even such a country cannot then respect Kenya as a country. That for us, whether it is our mission abroad or our ministry, that we are okay with the ill treatment of Kenyans living in squalor, yet they are doctors, but over here we are going beyond the extra mile to provide luxuries to these Cuban doctors. Just the other day, Mr. Speaker, we were discussing in this house how there are certain diseases, and I remember Senator Malala was trying to describe. There are some diseases which cannot be described apart from mother tongue in the villages, that these doctors cannot understand. When the Kenya Medical Association says, Mr. Speaker, that family medicine is a program, the family medicine program in Cuba is not recognized by the international community, and it is not also recognized in Kenya, we're not taking them seriously. Mr. Speaker, when the KMPDU is saying that, number one, they are opposed to the manner in which the deal was executed, in complete disregard of established procedures for licensing and deployment of foreign medical personnel and selection of training programs, we are not taking them seriously. And that is why we wanted Senator Mogeni, for instance, and the Health Committee to give us more details of what this arrangement was. Are these doctors, these Kenyan doctors, there on forced labor? Are they, captive? Why is it that if they want to come back home, they cannot come home, Mr. Speaker? This is more than a health issue. This is a health issue. This is a labor relations issue, because it's a labor issue. They have rights as any other employee of our county governments, of our government. I know I don't want to be part of it, but I'm saying it must be looked at in all that aspects. Mr. Speaker, we are being told that these doctors are complaining of high-handedness at the Kenyan embassy. Any Kenyan who is not in this country must be able to see our embassies and consulates as a fortress, as a home. That if they go there, they're received and they're treated with the dignity they deserve. We see it with other countries. If you touch an American, my friend, you will be taken to that embassy. If they go, they know they're at home. They're protected. So, Mr. Speaker, let us take this matter seriously. We cannot allow the mistreatment of a Kenyan anywhere in this world if we're to truly be a first-class country.